Kitty, kitty, kitty. Stelly. Hi. Welcome to my tube. My name is Margie. I am a Heoka empath. I just like having these little talks in the way I feel about things. Lighting is really different. I wonder what that's about. I might have to walk away to get the CAT. Just listen to just sirens. There's some more. They've been going on for like the last 20 minutes. I don't know what's going on. I'm not trying not to pay attention to things. Anything at all, really. Because I can already feel the sum of all parts of the collective conscious as a whole, and everybody's freaking the fuck out. Quite frankly, I'm over other people's fear. I've been over other people's fear for years. Kind of a hard ass. I am. Because I had to learn how to freaking soothe my own emotions from the time I was a little girl. Under some pretty extreme circumstances. So, like, since the first 6 months of this year, it's half over. You see people, and then they're and then like the reasons are becoming more and more escalated as to why, but it don't matter. All the sorries in the world ain't gonna change nothing. It's shit. Change behavior. The rules are you gotta stay in the yard if you're gonna be outside, cat, and he just broke one of the rules, so I can't talk and navigate him because he jumps the fence and then I gotta go after him, and I don't feel like it. So there's all kinds of stupid stuff all over the place, and the bottom line, this is a freaking spiritual freaking abnormality. That's what's happening in the world, is a symptom of that people just don't have peace inside, so they're creating havoc outside. Would you agree? Yeah. Meditate, get quiet, then you're not outside raising a ruckus. If everybody did that, they go, oh, man. And I can't watch, I dip in a couple times a day. I've really been extra, like, don't look, Marge, don't look. And then when I say, don't look, Marge, don't look, of course I want to look, and then I see headlines. And I'm like, yeah, that makes sense, That makes sense. That sounds about right. Pentagon's coronavirus plan includes millions for missile tubes and body armor. That sounds about right. They always like to tack things on, but they never find it in their hearts, because they don't have any, to just like tack something on to freaking build like apartment complexes and things like that to get the people off the street that have been there for years and years. So while you guys are riding in the streets, you realize so many people live there, right? Staying out past all, they probably don't mind the curfew. They probably like it. Because, there's so many homeless people now with all the billions and millions of dollars. And then I see these ads. Everything's triggering me right now. I see these ads like in football, basketball, and baseball. They listed the top earners in all of those sports. And I'm like, see, they give freaking like, people that get through college, not because they're smart, but because they're athletic, right? And then they give them billions of dollars. And then, like, there's a whole culture that follows that, and then they don't give a shit about people in the street and what happens to people in the street, because you're all just busy looking at your sports and shit. And then the whole country turns to crap because you think people, your trusted servants, are doing their job to take care of the infrastructure, and all they're doing is painting the lines on their street. They're not changing the stuff underneath. Oh, and they're refacing all of their buildings. I should go down and take a picture of every state building that's getting serious renovations. But there's still homeless people everywhere. And there's that $28 million police station. Oh, it's probably what do you say? It was 28, but then it was $80 million. And now it's probably over $100 million because they work oh so hard. But in the reality of it, they let them all go because they're all fucking fat and stuff. And now their uniforms are shit. Their readiness is shit. No wonder they're taking a knee. They're like, you're right. We just can't, man. We've been dicks for so fucking long. And just, hogging all the resources because when there's drug busts and stuff, then they get it at cop auctions at a reduced price, and then they turn around and renovate them, and then, charge $2,000-$3,000 for rent, and it's just all that good old boys club. The good old boys club. The good old boys club makes me gayest. Swinging wieners, that's what all these freaking emasculated males are doing right now. Trump especially, he's so mad. I bet he was young and virile, and all the young ladies liked him, but that's what happens is these guys get old and they get stuck in a loop and they still keep going after the girls that they were with when they were younger, but they're fucking old and it's creepy and perverted. yeah, and all that shit's coming out now too. Yep. All that stuff is coming out. It is. So, the partial lunar eclipse is tomorrow, or today, I guess, depending on, or tomorrow and the next day, depending on where you are in the world. It's the freaking summer solstice. That eclipse is the one that's gonna be fucking. I might need to get an extra bag of rice or two. I'm just, I'm ready to go, and I know I can't. I know I have to be patient. Because it's when people get antsy and, I'm not going to get caught up in other people's fear. I won't. It's freaking ridiculous. I've seen it for years, And people have an idea about things that are just fucking weird. They're very sheltered. They were, it's like their parents told them, instilled fear in them at such a young age, and then they ruled over them, and then it's like their parents made them do a course of life, and now the reality of that course is college education? Fucking enlistment? Who fucking cares? Who cares? No, it doesn't mean anything. State of Oregon recognizes my college education better than every other fucking job. Every other state job that has a state emblem on it. You get preference for that stuff, right? Not when you take care of your elderly parent, your parent. No. They recognize you $14.85, 50 hours every 2 weeks. Not even a full 80-hour every 2 week. Yeah, it's like an allowance. It's like, here, and these fuckers pay themselves tens and $1,000s a month, for moving pots around and never accomplishing anything. And that's why people are boiling over, is because people of this earth had a responsibility because they said, on my watch, might is right, I'm all this stuff, and it's like, okay, you big scary man, but then they fucking just, flew around on jets having sex with kids and fucking blew up shit to make money, and so their buddies can make money, and then, because they watched Scarface with their dad when they were little, so they want to feel like gangsters, so, then they make the CIA, and they fucking, this gangster club, and this old boys club, and then they pay themselves millions of dollars, Then they start giving themselves, let's male enhancement drugs for everybody, girth, power. And now all these little bitches are fucking tired, whiny. At the end of the day, at the end of their life, at the end of their career. Just like, go to bed, boomer, go to bed. Stop fighting it. You'll be okay. Pat them in the tuchus. Just rest easy. Let go. Relinquish control, you fucking control freaks. Relinquish control. Go take a nap and let some smarter generationally minded people that believe in full spectrum come up with the ideas. Because frankly, all of yours suck. All of them. When has the government, please comment below, I ask this often, ever said anything true? When? Name a time. Anything that has ever happened that was true. I'm waiting. Anytime ever. Do people even know why Vietnam happened? 10-year war, 70, 80,000 dead, and then all the ones that are fucked up, because they go over there and kill, and then they come back and they're like, I like killing. No, I don't. You're not supposed to. And then they're all fucked up, and then they have my generation. And then my generation overcompensates by sheltering their children and just say, no, we know what's best for you. We know what's best for you. But times change and energies evolve. And you cannot create a better future with the fucking insanity consciousness that created the history. They can't be related. You gotta fucking break the strings. I'm ready for a new flag with more shades of brown, because that's what this fucking country is based on. Our brown people's skin. All shades. While you white people sat in the office and just pushed papers around. In the fields. In the trenches. For like $14 an hour. While you all fucking pay yourselves $140,000. Just fucking insane. With your mentality that other people aren't worth it. Abolish the hierarchical mentality. Everybody is the same. I think... and the religions have a lot of responsibility for that with their hierarchical bullshit. With the, listen to me and what I have to say in your little red shoes. Because I believe it, in your bones, children's bones in your basement, the Vatican. Yeah, listen to us. Because there's, in every paradigm, there's full spectrum. And if you let those lower vibrational behaviors take over, this is the world we get. I'm personally glad for it, I'm waiting to see people just start to soothe themselves, taking the time out, telling themselves it's okay. It's okay. Anything the government has ever said is true, so chances are this crazy insanity. I got a message yesterday, 5G turned on in LA, so they're freaking putting up the towers while we're all shut up in our houses. I just want to find my hill, really. I'm not really even interested in personal relationships at all anymore. I'm not at this point in my life. I got a career and an idea of things that I want to do, and I'll just keep it right there, because quite frankly, people aren't really worth knowing. They're not, because they're imbalanced. They're so imbalanced all over the place, It's just everywhere. It's like, where are the people that acknowledge and do the effort and put in the work of both their masculine and female energies? Where are they? I keep hearing them. They say they're there. But it's just more lip service, more just things that sell. That's the thing, When people, spirit is real to me. To me, spirit is real. Money is fake. So when people are planning to push something real for some bullshit means, your content is zero to me. So my world is very, very small. I really don't think that there's 70 million people on this planet. I think that they like to make up numbers so that they could pay themselves for the numbers and then use all the expense accounts to do whatever they want, and then tell people based on the hierarchical mentality that they're not worth $1,200 a month when they pay so much more. The taxes are just, it's just, so the gig is up. The accountability, now is the time. So people can step into their light or stay in their shadow. And then, either way, man, people have free will. This fucking, dude, we could see World War III swinging dicks. We could see it. We could see atomic bombs going off. There's nothing stopping nobody. Because nothing stops them. Look at their budgets. They don't have control. All they have is hunger for power. And in their mind, power equates damage done, destruction, numbers, under my watch, this shit, it's stats, and you know, and they like to inflate the stats because their dicks don't work no more. Plain as that. Or if they do, they got to do weird raunchy shit to get them started, and that's just an imbalance in cells, you know. So it's not me, it's them. I'm just, yeah, and that's why they get so mad, because I'm usually pretty right. So how's it been? You know, I don't need any enhancement. Nothing. Nothing needs enhancing on me. Nothing. It's what happens when you're balanced, man. I take a vitamin, multivitamin kind of thing. So is mom. You know, magnesium every now and again, some calcium, you know. Freaking, dude, it's all tossed. It's a bunch of freaking crazy people going under the counter, putting shit in the thing and say, here, take it. It'll make you feel better. I mean, I had the anthrax vax. That's why I'm convinced that's why, because they put formaldehyde in that. So I have formaldehyde in my system. I don't know what do they do studies on if that breaks down, because I've had 6 shots of anthrax with formaldehyde in it, and that's 20 milliliters per shot with 0.5 milliliters per formaldehyde. That's just for dead people. That shit attacks your endocrine system, your nervous system. I drop shit all the time. I mean, I've always been clumsy, but now I'm just like, you know. And then I started watching freaking Mr. In Between, and one of the characters has, like, you know, that's what it happens is your energy field freaking wears down your battery, you know. That's why people get twitchy and, you know, stuff like that, is you can't control your impulses physically. Like your mind and I know this. I know it my whole life. My mom had a stroke when I was 15 years old. I talked to the neurologist, only I put in layman's terms, and they're like, how does this kid understand this shit? How does she understand this? Yo, with all your degrees. You know why? Because I'm smart. And that's another thing. I think accreditations are bullshit. They're total fucking bullshit. The people that have accreditations, then I think of like fucking old Bill Cosby, fucking pervert in prison right now. All the universities. Here's an honorary degree. People fucking kill themselves. Kids living in their cars homeless to get a college degree, and these motherfuckers are giving degrees away out to fucking pedophiles and freaking rapists and shit. This is the world we get when people chase sensations. I've always been more of a spiritual being. It's caused problems for me. Because all that, you know, because I've just seen it for all the bullshit that it's always been. Because people have always said one thing and then acted another way. And it's created a great deal of cognitive, and I just never believed in. So it's like, as soon as the bullshit turns on, my world gets smaller, because they're out. As soon as I pick up enough that I can't more than 51%, I'm out. Done. Not fun. I've hung out by myself for 46 years. What's another fucking day? I'm getting tired, and I don't have the energy to fucking play games. And I don't know. Evidently, that's where people are at these days. So maybe more bad shit are happening. Then they'll start coming into the realization that fucking you shouldn't play with people. You don't play with people's emotions. I don't know. Anyway, it's bad karma is the reason, in case you want to know. It's not just a jerky thing to do. That's what's happening. All these people have been so jerky for so many people for so long, and it's just combusted inside them, and it's all coming out sideways. And I really hope people learn how to self-soothe, man. I really do. I think about how cool the world could be. It could be a fucking heaven on earth badass, you know? People could be freaking molding and freaking moving rocks and making a new generation of pyramids without another civilization collapse like all the others. See, that's the thing, is every civilization has had a chance to make heaven on earth, but the fucking ego swinging dicks have always won, and so the powers that be go, alright, etch-a-sketch, wipe the slate clean, leave them enough knowledge so that so they can maybe get back there if they, you know. But then the fucking egos just always win. So we have a chance. Now the astrology is lining up in ways. We have a chance. People have a chance. All they gotta do is find a little peace inside themselves and then practice carrying that peace with you out into the world and using it in every engagement that you do. And I say this out loud to remind myself too. That's about all I got for now. Hope you have a rad day.